Hello and welcome back to another live stream as we are in the final race of this 2023 season with McLaren. So we are about to finish the 2023 season in Abu Dhabi and get underway with this full race. Tommy Williams, hi, how are you doing? Hope you are well. And Messi over in TikTok, hope you're well too. How are you doing? So let's have a look then. We're going to run a bit of a split strategy, but we'll see how we go on the tyres. So Piastri starting way back in 18th. Going to go aggressive first stint on the softs, then switching over to hards, then finishing on the mediums, aggressive stint on those. Lando's going soft, hard, but the difference with him is we're going to try and finish on the softs with him. Our car is in bad shape. As you can see, we've got car parts damaged here. We don't want to pay for new car parts because we'll go over the cost cap. So, as I say, last race of the season, the car's now ranked about 8th on the grid. So really, this is just damage limitation. I'm not expecting us to get points. Oscar's not scored a point all season. It's not going to happen in this race. And Lando, even starting in 12th, he's going to find it quite difficult to do. But as I say, starting both drivers on the softs, then running the hard tyre in that middle stint, and then the final stint, Oscar on the mediums and Lando on the softs. With that, I think we're ready to jump in to Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Good to hear, Messi. Glad you're well. As we're about to jump in this race, and we've got a real race this weekend in Monaco. Looking forward to tomorrow, Saturday, all important in Monaco.
Between the drivers and the checkered flag here under the lights at the Yas Marina circuit. Anything could happen. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Here we go then. Last race of this 2023 season for us.
Lights out.
Lights go out very quickly. And off we go with Oscar starting in 18th. Lando in 12th. Let's see what we've got on the tyres here. So, okay, Lando's got a couple of medium runners ahead of him, Hockenberg and Sargent. So once this settled down after a few laps, we'll want to be able to clear them. Hamilton... we were briefly ahead of Hamilton there with Norris, but Norris is back to where he started in 12th. So we've got the inside line there. We've had a collision there. We just briefly saw the bottom of the screen. Piastri's got through that unscathed, it looks like, and he's gained a position. Have a look at a replay what happened there. That's the two Alfa Romeos, Joe and Bottas coming together. And yeah, very clumsy. They'll get away with that. Shouldn't be too much. Shouldn't be too much damage there. I think Oscar Piastri did benefit from that, so he's gained a position up to 17.
Let's try and push up.
We'll have a little bit of push on the tyres with both.
If you can push. Yeah, confirm.
So, if you're new to this game or you don't play this game, the AI do push very aggressively at the start of the race. As Joe and Bottas under investigation, but no penalties awarded for that collision. Deemed a racing incident. As Piastri looks like he's just lost that position back to Guanyu.
What happened. Here we are going into turn 9. There's the opening.
So he just gets a good run. And an easy move there in the end for Joe. So Piastri is back to where he started in this Grand Prix, back down to 18th. What tyres is Joe on? He's also on the soft. So yeah, Piastri a little bit different to Norris. He's all around different. He's all around the drivers on soft tyres. Norris is around a couple of medium drivers. So let's say Lewis is going to be quite punchy here early on. The Mercedes is a quicker car than ours anyway, but hopefully when these tyres start to wear off a bit, or the AI start to stop pushing full attack. Lando, we are going to go attack though, because we fell out of the DRS of Hülkenberg here. As Lewis dips down the inside. Takes that position, so we're back to where Lando started as well, in 12th place.
Okay. Let's get back in the rhythm.
If you are dipping into the stream, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube, if you're not already, please do subscribe. If you're on TikTok, you can find the YouTube channel in my TikTok bio. And of course, please do like the video. It is much appreciated. Just really waiting for this race to settle down a little bit. Piastri, yeah, he's not got good pace at all as Oscar. Lando just needs to stay in there with Lewis, stay in that DRS. DRS is enabled, so should be good to go now with Lando. There we go. Lewis has not got it on Hulkenberg. We expect him to move closer to Hulkenberg shortly. If you're jumping into the stream, what do we make of the McLaren special livery for this weekend in Monaco, the Senna livery? Personally, I do like it very much indeed. Is this Lando going to make a move here on Lewis? Quite in a position to do so. And Oscar's going backwards. Looks like Oscar's down to 19th.
Let's take a closer look.
As Alex Albon gets us.
We're at turn 9. That's the location for this one.
Oscar is going to really struggle in this race because he's got all of his car parts are worn, unfortunately. As I say, we can't afford to put new ones on, so just is what it is. It's the last race of the season, so we don't want to retire him. We may as well just let him run to the end, but yeah, he'll do well not to come last effectively in this race. As you can see here, his gearbox is alright actually, but ERS minor wear, and so is his engine. Lando's got wear as well on his engine. So we're running pretty limited, but it's just about getting through this race, through to the end of the season, and on to 2024, where we should have a much better, hopefully more competitive at least. Right, what can we do with Lando here? Hamilton's still not on DRS of Hulkenberg. Is Lando going to go for this in the inside? He's not! He's gone through Hamilton. What happened there?
Not easy to overtake.
Game glitched out there because that was certainly should have been contact. We were... yeah, Lando was inside Hamilton. I'll let your imagination do the rest there, but yeah, I'm not sure why there wasn't actually contact. There was a bit of a glitch there, but yeah, no contact, but Lando very close. We just can't get this move done, it seems. Oh, there's an accident between Sargent and Hulkenberg ahead of us.
Not entirely sure what happened, but it seems like it was Logan Sargent.
Oh, there we go. Sargent and Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg, I think, is fine. I think he's just stuck trying to rejoin the track. We've still got that yellow flag out. Is that because Hulkenberg has finally rejoined then? What's Sargent saying? Has he got damage on that car? Yes, he's missing an M plate on his front wing. Right, let's give Norris some ERS.
And overtake is available.
We really want to be getting past Lewis now. And we're much closer here. As Logan Sargent has been given a penalty, 5 seconds. And Lando looks like he's finally going to get this move done on Lewis. We can now push up towards Esteban Ocon as we see a replay of that one.
Right, we're down at turn 5. It's there for the taking. And they move into 9th.
I have no idea how to say your name on TikTok, but thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. I won't attempt it because it will be a butcher. So Norris moves himself up into 9th place. We want to break DRS now to Lewis and try to get close to Ocon. Ocon's on the mediums. Let's just forward on a little bit here. We're just monitoring this gap here. Not really shaking Lewis too well there. Ricardo has got past Oscar. As I say, Oscar is just going to go backwards in this race because we have not got the parts we want on the car. They're worn parts. So unfortunately, it's just damage limitation of Piastri. Just getting him out there really so he can continue to get experience, get his experience points. He is probably going to finish last in this race. So Lando's going to pit earlier than we were expecting. We have used all of our battery now.
And recharge
Ocon has actually got past Russell, which is a surprise because Russell's on the softs here. Let's just want to continue to forward on here. Charge this battery up across this lap. If you're jumping in on TikTok and you like Formula 1, let me know your predictions for Monaco this weekend. Who's going to be on pole? Who's going to win the race? As Piastri doing a bit of work now at the back of the grid, getting back past
There's
Peugeot.
the car of Piastri. It's certainly inviting.
There we go, Piastri moving himself back into 18th where he started this race. So Norris, we're just trying to manage now tyres and battery. We're due to pit on lap 17 with Lando, but it's going to be a lot earlier than that because we've abused the tyres early on here. We are running in 9th. Whether we can hold on to that with Lewis behind us, I doubt it because we're running on the softer compound tyre at the moment.
Something seems wrong. Copy, we're monitoring.
So, well, we're still in the DRS here, so just trying to get this battery back up here. We'll go back to neutral now.
And then I'd like recharge button off, please. Recharge button
Russell
off.
is definitely running standard on his tyres now. Just forward on a little bit here.
After the tyre. Copy.
Lando's dropped a little bit outside of this DRS now ahead of us. We want to try and get back up to Russell. Hamilton is getting closer and closer to us. But Hamilton's tyres will start to have the advantage on us now because he's on those mediums. So even if we lose position to Hamilton, as long as we can stay with Lewis and kind of stay on the tails of Russell and Ocon, that will be pretty good. Magnussen's 7 seconds back, so a top 10 finish is definitely on the cards for Lando. But I would expect Lewis to make his way past us now. Piastri, we're going to stop this lap, move on to the hards.
So Oscar, you're boxed this lap.
Copy, box.
And here we go. Lewis is going to make this move now.
Keep the tyre in good shape.
We're not going to defend it too hard.
Yeah.
He's in a quicker car. Tyres have now got the advantage on us as well. Just got to stay with Lewis, hopefully, as he takes the inside now. As I say, as expected, Lando does fight it a little bit. But Lewis... So Lewis is past us.
To take a look here. Now here, we're taking turn 6.
Say not to fight that too hard. Lewis is quicker. We just want to try and stay on his tail now. Use him. Just stay in his DRS, hopefully. And bring us along to the battle between Russell and Ocon.
Into 9th.
Messi, you should let Lewis go. Yep, we should, and we have let Lewis go. He's on his way. And Lando, as I say, now has the DRS on him, so...
Overtaking is very difficult.
Just want to stick with that. We've fell 2 seconds back now on Russell and Ocon, so... Just forward this on. It looks like we're struggling to keep with Lewis, to be fair. What can the pit crew do here? Not bad for us. 2.8. It's not no world records, but what my pit crew's like, that's absolutely fine for us. We'll take that. Lando, we'll drop down to standard. We're out of the DRS now to Hamilton, so we'll just try to extend those tyres a little bit. Gasly's now the car behind 6 seconds. Piastri 11 seconds back on Hulkenberg, so he'll just be running now on those hard tyres. So, just got to monitor Lando now. As I say, we were expecting to pit lap 17. It's probably going to be at least 2-3 laps earlier than that. Gasly is eating into our time, but again, he is on those mediums. So, yeah, Gasly's certainly got the pace on us at this stage of the Grand Prix. It's Magnussen now past Gasly. They're 4.5 seconds back now. So I think we'll have to pit at the end of this lap. Estimated to come out in 18th. Which is behind Sargent in front of Zhou.
Yeah, confirm.
But I think these... So we've got some soft tyres here, yeah. So we will have to make some overtakes with Lando. Because Sargent, Ricciardo, Albon are not going to pit for a while yet. Hopefully a good stop here for Lando. Our pit crew has been very poor recently. Let's see what they can do here. Come on, let's hope for a good stop. 2.8 again, we'll take it. We'll take that. No mistakes. Another follower's popped up on TikTok. Hadn't given me a name though, so if it was you, thank you very much for the follow. Lando exits then in 18th as expected. Hulkenberg pits now as well, which is handy. So we're just going to run Norris on those hard tyres. 1.8 seconds to Zhou and Sargent, so he doesn't want to be getting involved in a scrap with them. We'll have to move past those very quickly. As the Haas team have a pit stop error with Nico Hulkenberg.
Pulled in.
Looks like a jack issue getting him away. So Hulkenberg's been involved with a crash, now a pit stop error, so he's having a torrid final Grand Prix. So let's just forward this on until we get Norris up behind Zhou. I'm going to have to start
Save as much fuel.
Bringing the fuel back now because we're now at -6. Piastri, we can push a little bit on the fuel.
Oscar, you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Yep.
So right, we're now in DRS of Zhou. The problem for us is Zhou is in DRS of Logan Sargent, and we can't afford to be stuck behind these two for too long. If we can clear these two, it's then 6 seconds to Ricciardo, which gives us a good margin, and by the time we get there, hopefully these will all start to pit. So the final part of the Grand Prix here for Lando Norris. We've got to get past both of these very quickly indeed. We are going to use a bit more of the tyres here.
Try and pick our way through Joe ahead.
We've got DRS here. As I say, the issue is Zhou's got DRS on Sargent. If Zhou pits now, that would be very handy indeed for us. Lando, look at the tyre grip he's got over Zhou. But we're losing time all the way through this. It's bad. Zhou's out of the DRS of Sargent though, but actually he's back in. He's out. He's in. He's out. Doesn't pit, so we've got to make this move. Very hard to get it done here though. This is not working well here for Lando. Zhou is still out of the DRS currently of Sargent. If that remains the case, we will be able to get past. Can we do it here? Looking at the outside. No, too difficult. Did Zhou just dip back into the DRS there? Looks like he has. No, his rear wing is not open, so this is the moment we need. Got to make this move, Lando. Got to make it. And we've got it. Just about. Zhou doesn't want to give it up, but he will lose out as we got inside there. But now we've got one of them. We should be able to get Logan Sargent pretty quickly, but we might have to wait till the next lap now. Well, Lando looks like he's going to go for it now. This is what we like, Lando. That's it. Lovely. So we did lose a bit of time behind Zhou, but we quickly got past Logan Sargent. So that's a good move from Lando. Get a replay of that.
Now the focus is on Lando Norris here. The opportunity begging to be taken.
Strong move from Lando. Wanted to get that done quickly. He's got it. So I think we have lost a bit of time there, but now we've got free air. And he can just continue on his strategy. Got Perez and Charles Leclerc in the pits. That's not in our race. Bottas is not in Lando's race. But he may be in Piastri's. This is good though for Norris because he wants this traffic to be pitting by the time he gets to it. He's now 6 seconds behind Tsunoda. Tsunoda, it will be pitting in the next couple of laps, so he'll be out of the way as well. Bottas out of the pits now, Zhou in the pits, and they've got a pit issue on that front right. It looks like Bottas is comfortably ahead of Piastri there. This pit is a funny one because you dip underneath. There we go, and there's Zhou. So Piastri's not had much. Yeah, we just haven't got much pace in Piastri's car, unfortunately. So Zhou will probably make his way past us pretty quickly there because he's on the softs and he's got 11% on us there. We're really just going to concentrate on Norris's race. No worries, Messi. Thanks for dropping in again. Appreciate the support. Have a good weekend. Enjoy it. So we've got Alonso and Russell pitting now as well. Interesting to see where Russell filters out. He's got a pit stop issue on his front left there. Tsunoda pitting as well. Russell pit stop issue. We did just see that. So is Norris going to be past George here? He is. He is indeed. So I think probably because of that pit stop issue there. Because George did have a couple of seconds on us. So yeah, I'll still expect Russell to move past us, but we've gained a position there. We just need to manage these tyres here. We've got to get these hards ready all the way for our strategy, all the way to lap 44. So this is a long stint for Lando. So we're not really going to be fighting too much here. We're just going to be managing the tyres. As Zhou, as we
Here's
said,
the
we did
replay.
expect him to get past
Now
Oscar.
this was at turn 3.
And he has
There's
done
the
that
opening.
indeed. There we go, Oscar. Just no pace in the car. Got those warm parts, so we're just
And the
running him
Alfa
for the
Romeo moves
experience.
past.
Going to concentrate on Lando's race. George Russell is going to get past us as well very shortly. As he does now, as I say that. As I say, we're not really fighting
Right, we're at
George.
turn
He's not in
9.
our
That's
race.
the location for this one.
DRS,
They
fresher
decide
tyres.
to give it a go.
I think George's on the mediums there. So George's on the mediums. We're on the hards. Just double check that is correct. Yes, he is. So we just continue on this phase. Bottas 13 seconds behind. Now the two Alpines are pitting, so this will be interesting to see where they feed out. Ocon was ahead of us, and he was ahead of Russell. We expect that to remain the same. What is that margin? So Ocon looks like he's... Yeah, got a nice margin. Ricardo's holding a gaggle of cars up here, so is Albon. Alonso's got caught in that. Gasly's still in the pit. He was about 5 seconds behind us. LG, hi, how are you? Hope you're well. But Gasly's actually 9 seconds behind, so he's lost 4 seconds in that first round of pit starts, but of course he'll be on much fresher tyres, and he's on 2 steps softer than us, so that 9 seconds probably going to be eaten into quite a lot. Ricciardo's still holding up Alonso here. We might get a bit of a DRS train here, which will be interesting. Hulkenberg gets past Piastri, so Piastri right at the back now, unfortunately. Oh no, Sargent, sorry, is right at the back, 3 seconds behind. As Max Verstappen has a pit stop issue
And
for
what
Red
exactly
Bull.
happened there, Karun?
He has already
Well, Max
won this
Verstappen
Drivers'
comes into
Championship,
pit.
and they've already won the Constructors, so not too many issues, but a front right issue.
Right, won't tighten though.
Will that cost them winning this Grand Prix? So Stroll, Albon, Magnussen all pitting now. Well, Alonso's got past Ricciardo. Ocon hasn't yet though. Magnussen has a pit stop issue. We've jumped to Lance Stroll somewhere in there as well. So it's just Ricciardo now to pit in front. We'll be up to a net 9th. Yeah, we'll be up to a net 9th, but Stroll's behind us, who is much quicker. Hamilton's had a brilliant gain there, because he was in 9th. He's now up to 6th, so Hamilton's got some good pace. As Ricciardo does now pit. Stroll is right on us now, so Stroll is going to get past us. Gasly's took about 5 seconds out of us now, but Gasly is on those softs, so I'm not too concerned with him. As I say that, let's just have a look here. So, tyre history. So we've gone soft hards. We're going to finish on the softs. Van Ocon is, unless he's one stopping, he's going to be on softs at the end, so he'll be quick. If George stops again, he'll probably be softs. Lance will probably be softs. And Gasly's got a chance to go softs as well, so we're not really going to have a tyre advantage. So it's interesting we can hold on for a point here. I think it will only be a point, and it's going to be between ourselves and Gasly for 10th as Stroll makes his way past us. As they were expecting this, that's why we're not on track
So
with
we're
the
heading
fighting.
now into turn 5. It's there for the taking.
There we go, easy work for Stroll. I just really need to forward this stint on until, as I say, we get to lap 44. So we've still got a good 18 laps to go until we pit. Maintaining about 5 seconds to Gasly at the moment. I'd expect him to have another push on those softs probably at some point. As Sargent does get past Piastri, so Piastri is now last, although saying that, he's moved his way back past Sargent. Gasly now 4 seconds back on us, so he's certainly into that, but it is to be expected. He's on those soft tyres. What's his tyre life saying though? Is it 68%? So I mean, he's not exactly burning those tyres either. He's now 3 seconds back. Just monitoring this gap to Pierre Gasly. I think we're only really at risk at Gasly at the moment, I would say. Yeah. So our best result of this race will be 10th place, or it's either 10th or 11th for Lando in the final race of the Grand Prix of this season. And we have got a point advantage on as Alonso is pitting again. We have got a point advantage on Alpine, but at the moment they are scoring, what is this? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think we've got a 12-point advantage, so we would still be enough to clinch fifth in the constructors. Alpine are having a good race here, which is not great for us. Alonso's going to be, Gasly and Alonso's going to be on us very quickly here.
There's
a yellow flag. This is going to turn into a safety car or not. Alonso, who was right behind us.
Keep watching Alonso.
What's happened to Fernando here then?
And ends up
Oh,
making
he's just
contact with the barrier.
done it. I think his car will be fine. There's a light tap there. He should be fine to get back underway. Well, that's not great for Fernando. 22 laps to go. Just got to keep pushing here till we can get to that lap 44. So we've got 8 laps to go until we'll pit. Gasly is probably going to pit before that. So we expect Gasly to move past us now. Got much better pace than us at this stage of the Grand Prix. Cars are 2 compounds softer, so he should certainly be quicker than us. It's just whether we can be quicker than him at the end of this Grand Prix.
Let's get back in the rhythm.
As we see Gasly move past. So we're down to 10th. That could be net 11th once Alonso gets back up to speed, unless he has got damage there. Norris doesn't want to give this up, though. At all. This is a good little fight here with Pierre. We might have to concede here unless we can stay by his side going through here.
Overtaking is very difficult.
They're still side by side. Look at this fight between Gasly and Norris here. And we have to concede eventually, as Russell is now in for his second pit stop. So Alonso's out on the hards. That's interesting. We will be a long way back from him when we pit though, but we will of course be on softs. I wonder what... I'd expect Gasly to go on another set of softs. But we've got another yellow flag. Multiple cars have crashed this time.
Oh, okay.
No safety cars yet.
Looks to involve Oscar Piastri.
Oh, Oscar's been involved in it.
Here we are going into turn 9. Cutting it so close.
Ah, just a little
the
tap.
cars there.
Oh, we're
Unable
both.
to keep out of each other's way.
Both lost it on exit. I don't think there's going to be any damage really there. No, there's not been any damage to the aero parts. Zhou is back on, so that's between Piastri and Zhou there. Hulkenberg gets past because of a result of that incident. And Norris, in all of that, has got back past Gasly, so we're not giving this up with Gasly. Gasly's used quite a bit of his tyre life now.
Let's see what happened there.
We missed that
Now,
overtake.
this was the 7th corner. Can they squeeze by?
So on that DRS straight again, Lando moves back past Gasly. This is not looking too bad for Lando here because although Gasly might perform a bit of an undercut, we should have much fresher tyres. As Guan Yu Zhou gets a 5-second penalty for that incident with Oscar Piastri. So yeah, we're expecting Gasly to come in shortly. Feel we can continue to run on aggressive. Gasly might make his way back past us here. We'll have to wait and see. Verstappen's in the pits now. Gasly is going to pit this lap or next, I'm sure. As Zhou gets back past Oscar. Not too bothered about that race at the moment. We need to focus on Lando. Alonso has finally made his way back after that accident. He's now on Gasly's tail. Gasly, I'd be expecting to be in the pits this lap. And he is. Gasly is now in for his stop. Ooh, he was held a little bit there for the Williams, which might be nice for us. Half a second longer than he would have liked. We'll take any advantage we can get. I think Norris can still push these tyres.
And he can push.
Yeah, confirm.
So Alonso, we're not on defend there, so Alonso will make his way past us. We're not fighting Fernando. We're just in a fight with Pierre Gasly, really. And Piastri is back to last place, bless him. Alonso does move past Lando now. Ocon moves past us as well. That's absolutely fine. Our battle is with Pierre Gasly. We've got 15 laps to go.
Stay close.
Lap 44 is what we wanted. Gasly did pit to the softs. A virtual safety car. Oh. This is Lando's moment. I was thinking about then switching to mediums, but because Gasly's on the softs, I would prefer to match what he's doing. And we can conserve them a little bit as well. Oscar's out of the race, it looks like. Looks like Oscar is out.
And here we've got a yellow
Yes,
flag.
Oscar's had a moment on the last race of the season.
Now this was on the straight. And that's the
completely
moment
lost
the
it. We
car
don't see him
plows
going
into
to the wall, but he
Well,
has
following a
retired.
crash like that, it'll be important now to
And
ensure
caused
that
a
any
virtual
debris
safety car. This
cleared
is
from the
ringing
scene.
Fernando Alonso bells all again. That conspiracy. Well, actually, it's proven true, wasn't it? So, but Oscar crashing out has caused a virtual safety, which is going to benefit his teammate, no doubt. So Lando in the pits now. Danny Rick's going to take advantage as well. Stop is fine. We should have track position easy on Gasly here. I don't know actually. Gasly might have us here. Close. But no, we have got ahead of Pierre. I think Danny Rick got ahead of him as well, didn't he? As indeed, that's worked out lovely for Daniel Ricciardo as well. We've got a little bit of a buffer between ourselves and Gasly. We've got a... Oh, it's still the same virtual. I thought another yellow flag had been thrown there, but we're still under the virtual. Losing my marbles here. Right, so let's just weigh this up then. So we are now going to be 12 seconds behind Russell, but we're on much softer tyres than all of these. So can we make any impression Can we get higher up than 10th? You'd like to think we've got the pace now over Ricciardo and Gasly. We can lean on our tyres more than Gasly. Got good fuel in hand now, so that has worked out a treat for us. Point forward on 2 quickly because we don't want to be caught napping. Stroll's pitting now, but he's fine. He's out in front of Lando.
Virtual safety car ending.
Confirm.
Right. We'll just go to standard for now, and then we can... actually, we'll go attack just off the back of this safety car, because the AI will probably push as well. Stroll's gone on some fresh sauce, so that's worked out well for Stroll. He'll probably be good to get back up to 6th, I'd imagine.
Go for it.
Right, so we've got 13 seconds up to Stroll. We'll just monitor that. Ricciardo is really gaining us, but the AI do push really hard after these safety car intervals. I'd imagine Danny Rick is using a lot of his battery. And he's attacking on his tyres as well, because we are, and he's at the same percentage, so... Kind of one of those, if he goes past, I'll be confident we can get him back. He'll be using a lot of his battery, he's using everything he can. We've dropped Gasly, because Gasly just hasn't got the tyre life to push as hard. We're now 9 seconds off this gaggle of cars, which is really from Ocon, Alonso, Russell and Stroll. I don't expect us to fight Stroll because he's on some nice fresh softs as well, but we can get up to Russell, that'll be interesting. So is Danny Rick going to make this move on us here? Looking likely. He's right on our gearbox, he's pulled alongside, he's looking for the inside line. And job done for Daniel Ricciardo, all over his old teammate. Lando dominating in that spell, although Danny Rick did get the only win between them during that spell. As we see a
Let's have a
replay.
look at that. And we're watching Daniel Ricciardo. It's certainly inviting.
He's just pushing, he's using all his battery, so that's fine. Paid off for him there, but not too worried. I expect us to get him back. That might be happening immediately here, maybe a bit too far back there.
Not easy to overtake.
Let's get back in the rhythm now.
Here we go, Lando then. Very next lap. Is he making this stick? Danny's got the DRS back on us though, so it'd be good to keep this position, you'd think. Lando's braving it out though. Still there, hasn't shaken Danny Rick yet. Still not giving it up, they're still side by side as we go through here. Finally Lando is passed. We have pushed the tyres very hard there. Start to come off these tyres a little bit now.
Yeah, confirm.
I think Danny Rick will start to ease off his tyres as well. But we are only 6 seconds back off these now. And it looks like Alonso and Russell on those hards are really holding up strong. Have a look at the tyre life again. So yeah, and Danny Rick is still pushing full attack mode. So I'm just not going to fight this at the moment because he's just going to burn his tyres up. He won't get them to the end if he carries on. So we'll wave goodbye to Danny Rick for now.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Confirm.
It's just going to be stupid of us if we carry on that. Hopefully we'll stay in the DRS and naturally get back past anyway. And we do. Danny Rick is still pushing on those tyres.
Look at the McLaren driver here. The opportunity's there.
There we go, that same place for the overtakes on the long straight with DRS open. Surely Daniel Ricciardo's going to have to ease off those tyres now. Looks like he has finally. We are now only 3.5 seconds off Alonso, and Alonso is still with Russell, but Stroll has moved away from them now. Haven't got major pace on them though, really. Just looking after these tyres and the fuel. Alright, so we've worked our way up to the back of Alonso and Russell. Now, Alonso currently has not got DRS on Russell, so this could work out quite well for us here. Gasly is not scoring for Alpine. We're in a battle with Alpine. We should secure 5th with this result because Ocon is only scoring 6 points by my calculation, and I think they need, I believe it's 16. As Lando's looking for the outside here. Is he going to stick this? No, not quite. Kind of need to get Alonso while Alonso is not in the DRS of George Russell, because if he's in the DRS, it's going to be too hard to get this move done in a DRS train. 3 laps to go. Keep the tyres how they are now. We can attack a bit at the end, I feel. Still got a good tyre advantage on Alonso. Coming up to Sargent to be lapped there, it looks like. I wonder if he's got a part to play there. And perhaps holding Russell up. But here we go. This is our best chance. Alonso has not got DRS. We've got such a good exit there.
And
this has got to be job done. Come on, Lando, for 9th place here. Good straight line pace from that Aston, though. There we go, Lando's into 9th. He's got a good chance of getting Russell as well here. So we're seeing a replay of that overtake.
Let's have a look then at turn 6.
We're on 2 steps softer tyres than Alonso, who's running the hards. He's not got good tyre life in those hards because he had an accident early on. Well, he had a spin. Can Alonso fight straight back on this next DRS? We have got DRS still though, so we must be in the DRS of George Russell, and we are indeed. And we've got a good chance here for 8th place. Sargent moves out of the way now. Still in the way of Alonso, so if he breaks the DRS for us, which he has, that's lovely indeed. We'll take that. And go back on the push with fuel. Push fuel for Lando. Wearing some Piastri merch. Nice spin. Loving it. Lando get this move done here on George then. George defends well. We'll get a second bite of the cherry on this second DRS. Come on, Lando. He's going for the outside here to hopefully take George Russell. George fights it though. Still side by side here. As Lando should have much better grip.
100% pace.
And I think it's job done there. No, it's not quite. George is still there. George not giving it up. And he's going to try and stick with us and be right up our gearbox to get that DRS on this final lap. We are pushing now. We're pushing on everything. Push on fuel, attack on tyres, deploying our ERS. We just need to defend across these next 2 DRSs. If we do that, that'll be 8th place secured. spin. No, I haven't got all ways to defend. I'm pretty
Max
confident we'll be
Verstappen
all right.
Over the finish line.
Say
and
that.
Today's winner.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't need it. We've got good pace here. As Max has won yet again, Mr. Inevitable, world champion in this series, world champion in real life, but he's won another one, the final race of the season. And it looks like Lando is going to survive any last lap onslaught from George Russell.
A little bit more Lyco, please.
And we are going to come home in 8th place, which is a great result from Lando. We were starting 12th. Car has not been developed well, since the first quarter of the season, and we've got worn car parts. So to somehow manage to score 8th is a great result for Lando. Very close on fuel, yeah, thanks Spin, I just noticed, which is unlike me, because sometimes I do run out of fuel, but not today, as Lando finishes the last race of the season in 8th place, gaining us another 4 points, and that has secured us 5th place in the Constructors for McLaren in 2023.
Awesome job, everyone.
Oscar Piastri having a bit of a torrid race and crashes out of the race, but he'll have a much better season next year for us, hopefully.
What a remarkable drive by Lando Norris today.
And it was indeed another great drive from Lando this season. He has scored all of our points this year. No points from Oscar, all of our points scored by Lando.
Seeing your team ready to share the celebrations. And no doubt, Verstappen
And another win for Max. I ran out of fuel on Monza, both cars in the last corner. Oh no, Spin. I ran out of fuel in Imola, about 10 meters away from the line. That is on one of the videos on the YouTube channel. You'll see that in actual video format of me doing that, which was, yeah, a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, that is another race done. The final race of 2023, and Max Verstappen wins again. Carlos Sainz in 2nd, Perez in 3rd, Charles Leclerc 4th, Hamilton, we said in the race he had mega pace, and he's up 6 places to finish 5th, so great race from him. Stroll finishes 6th. Ocon finishes where he started in 7th, gets Alpine good points with 6, but it won't be enough to jump McLaren and us. Lando Norris finished 8th, up 4 places from 12th on the grid, so another stellar race from Lando Norris. George Russell 9th, and Fernando Alonso having that incident which really cost him, losing 4 places down to 10th. Hamilton also, we said about that pace, he takes the fastest lap and an extra point, so I think he's well and truly won the battle over his teammate. They were very close coming into this last race. And at the back, yeah, very up and down. Danny Rick with a good race. He benefited from that virtual safety, as did Lando, so he's up 9 places to 11th, but doesn't quite score a point, so I think that does mean no points for Danny Rick this season. I think it's just Yuki who scored for AlphaTauri. It'll also mean Alfa Romeo score no points. And there was a battle between Haas and Williams for 7th, but neither of those have scored, so I can't remember if they were tied or where we're at with that, but we will see in a couple of screens time. Let me just change this on TikTok so we can see better there. So this is the end of the season, so Max Verstappen is world champion. He's been world champion for a while on this series. Charles Leclerc does finish 2nd in the Drivers' Championship. Sergio Perez finishes 3rd. Carlos Sainz 4th. Fernando Alonso 5th. Lance Stroll 6th. And as we say, Hamilton does beat his teammate Russell to finish 7th this year. Russell 8th. Lando finishes 9th, which is a great result considering where our car is. So Lando finishes 9th in the Drivers' Championship this year. And Esteban Ocon finishes 10th. Do we have any more point scorers? We do. We have Gasly, who finishes 11th. Albon, who finishes 12th. Magnussen 13th. Yuki Tsunoda, scoring 2 points for AlphaTauri, finishes 14th. And no other driver scoring a point. By virtue of race results, Oscar Piastri finishes 17th in this season's Drivers' Championship. And Constructors then, Red Bull won the Constructors. Again, they'd won that a couple of races ago. Ferrari finished 2nd, a good margin over Aston Martin, who themselves have a good margin over Mercedes, who themselves have a good margin over McLaren. We were in a battle for 5th with Alpine, but we do win that. So Lando's points were important, but what Ocon did for Alpine, wouldn't have been enough anyway. They needed more than 6 points. So we do claim 5th in this year's Constructors by 11 points over Alpine. And as I say, Williams and Haas both didn't score, but it looks like virtue, again, by previous results, Williams will take 7th in the constructors. Haas 8th on the same amount of points on 11th. AlphaTauri scored 2. The only team not to score this year was Alfa Romeo. And in terms of pit stops, we finished 6th, so we really dropped off on our pit stops. Red Bull even win that as well, Ferrari 2nd, but AlphaTauri, a different name up there in the top 3 for that one. And that brings this 2023 season to an end. So it's been pretty good for us to finish 5th. The objective was 6th, so we've beaten that. And now we're on to 2024, where we should have a much better car. Welcome back, Messi. We are now reaching the end, but welcome back. Glad you've dropped back in. So yeah, that brings the 2023 season to an end. It brings this stream to an end. But as I say, if you've dropped in, thank you again for the likes and comments and follows and subscribes. Really do appreciate it. This series is streamed on a Tuesday and Friday from 7:15 BST time or UK time. I am away on holiday for the next 2 weeks, so we won't be back now until... Let's just have a look at the date when the next stream will be. The next stream will be 2 weeks today, so the next stream will be on Friday the 7th of June, and that's where we will commence the 2024 season, and hopefully have a really competitive McLaren car when we start that 2024 season. So if you're not already, please do either subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok, please do follow, and if you're on TikTok, do check out the bio, and in my bio you'll find the YouTube channel, and we have all of the live streams on demand on there, but we also have highlighted episodes every week of each race, so you can go back and check those out. But again, thanks for the support. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to kick off 2024.